Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. In this occasion, I would like to present to you about my lesson plan related to our topic today is about how to design a lesson plan. I will share my lesson plan. Okay, this is my lesson plan by synchronous learning through Zoom meeting. So during the pandemic, I use Zoom meeting as the media to conduct my learning process. Okay, first here you can see the school or lesson plan identity. By the way, I am a teacher at SMP Negeri 1 Batang Cenaku. Okay, here the subject is English for class 9, semester 2. Our main topic today is about storytelling, and the allocation time is 8 times 30 minutes and 4 meetings. The basic competencies can be found in basic competence 3.3 and basic competence 4.3. The main topic is storytelling. Before we talk a lot about my lesson plans, I will show you the learning goals, what we will achieve after we conduct the learning process. After the student have conducted learning process through scientific approach, the student will be able to, the first is observing, explain and observe social function, text structure and language features, interpersonal interaction, that engage past sentences. The second one is asking. Ask or answer the questions related to storytelling. The third is collecting information. Get any information and arrange interaction, interpersonal text or monologue related to the topic. The next is associating. Read some examples of sentence or storytelling that was learned. And the last is communicating. Shouldn't be able to use past sentence in written and also spoken form. The next is about the character development. Some character will be developed here. The first is religious. The second one is honest, discipline, responsible, care, manners, and confidence. So we know about the learning goals, we come to the learning activities. Learning activity is the activity that will be conducted during the learning process. The first is teacher begins the learning process by giving greetings, checking students' attendance, checking student preparation and psychological, checking class environment, how the condition of the class, is it suitable or not to begin the learning process. And also the teacher always reminds the student to follow healthy instructions related to the COVID-19 pandemic during the learning process through Zoom meeting. The second is teacher requests the students for beginning the learning process by reciting dua and basmalah. The third is teacher does brainstorm activities, perception and motivation to the students. And the last, in beginning activities, is teacher stated learning goals, scope of learning topic, and the assessment plan. Okay, we come to the learning process. In meeting one, the student will do observing and questioning. Okay, the first student will view with or without tools, pictures, data, or information prepared by the teacher or already contained in the handbook. The second one is Read and understand some examples of text prepared by the teacher related to the storytelling. The third is underline some of the keywords that are the topic of discussion, like character, setting, and plot. And the fourth is listen the topic introduction presented by the teacher and watch learning video through the link. Play a video related to the storytelling video on YouTube with entitled Clean Up Time by Badami. So the student will watch together and enjoy the story of Clean Up Time. Okay, next, the student identify questions or statements as much as possible related to the topic that has been delivered by the teacher. Focus here is about the listening, how the words or sentence be spoken. During the student watch the video, the student will focus on how the word and sentence be spoken. The sixth is answer some questions posed by the teacher during the learning process activities. The next is about collecting information. After the student read and watch all of the story, the student individually sort and explain expression based on their social function on the story. The last is student will try to imitate the teacher expressions when read the story. So the teacher will read the story and student try to imitate the sound what teacher does. The last is about associating. Student will try to rewrite some sentences independently after reading the story. Okay, next we come to the meeting tool. On the meeting tool, we will also observing and questioning. Student will view the same video as the first meeting and then understand the video and watch the video. The third is underline some of the keywords that are the topic of discussion like character, setting, and plot. And also here, watch the video and identifying question or statement as many as possible related to the topic. The teacher focus on 5W and H. Question like how many characters in the story, who is Jess, or where did the story take place, and etc. And after that, student should answer the question posed by the teacher. In collecting information, students individually sort and explain expression based on their social function. And also they will imitate the teacher expression and how the teacher spell. Student repeat what teacher say. Yeah, I put picture here. There are some words and then teacher will say the word and then the student repeat what teacher say. Okay, the last is about the assessment. There are three assessment here. The first is attitude, the second one is cognitive, and the last is skills. The teacher using technique to assess attitude is observation by using teacher's journal, and to assess cognitive, teacher use paper-based tests, and the format to assess cognitive is by using daily tests. And the last, to assess skills, the student will do some practice to show their performance and do the task. Okay, I think that's all my presentation about my lesson plan related to the topic storytelling. Lesson plan is a living document. There's no perfect lesson plan. I think that's all for today. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.